Hello guys, welcome back to another brand new video on NexPad Gaming Review, and I am William. Wow. Welcome guys, I am glad to have you guys on a brand new episode on gaming reviews. In case you are new to the channel, my name is William, so you could call me Liam. And majorly what I do is I help you cover game reviews, and then I offer tips and tricks on how you could become a better gamer depending on whatever game it is we are covering. And speaking of games we are covering, today we are speaking about the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. And in this video, majorly most of what it is we are to expect concerning the Aftermath is already out, so there perhaps might not be a lot to say about it, but there are still a couple of interesting things I would like you guys to know. Now, first of all, with the Aftermath, everyone knows that we've got new characters in the game. We've got Shiva, we've got Fujin, we've got Robocop, and all of this is just to kind of make it sort of interesting, because the current roster does not have all the characters everyone wants. Now, because if you have been a fan of Mortal Kombat way back, you know that there are still like a couple of characters you would still miss even in the Mortal Kombat 11. Nonetheless, with the introduction of the new characters, we also have an extended storyline gameplay, which is totally awesome for you who you are just coming into the universe of Mortal Kombat. Now, you can come into Mortal Kombat 11, play the storyline, and still get like a solid extended version. Now, I don't know how extended this version is, because majorly it just continues from where the original 11 stopped. And here is my spoilers, which, pardon me guys. So what happens is, from the storyline of where 11 stopped, Liu Kang defeats Kronika, and then for some reason he's deciding with Raiden to create a new timeline of their own, which, if you ask me guys, I don't think that's entirely a smart choice, because it still points out to like Flash, what they did with the Flash movie. That's one reason I stopped seeing the Flash movie. For some reason they just kept going back in time, and I kind of like I lost track of how many timelines they were going through. So anyways, I think it makes sense, because they have to bring in these new characters and somehow they have to like extend it and, you know, make it all fun. So I think like in that way it makes sense. Anyways, with Liu Kang and Raiden, like I said, wanting to make their own time frame, I don't know, whatever, Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, and Fujin comes into play. They come into the scene, and then Shang Tsung then wants Liu Kang and Raiden that if they end up altering the timeline, which obviously would not bring any good, would obviously not turn out well. Shang Tsung wants them that if they do that, they would end up destroying the, what's it called? Is it called the multiverse? Majorly the Outworld and then the Earth realm. Everything kind of like gets messed up, which is only logical, because Kronika is defeated. Having to beat Kronika and then creating a new timeline, for what purpose actually? Why would you want to do that? Anyways, what they needed to do was to make sure everyone's on the safe side. They needed to go back in time to then retrieve Kronika's crown, which would sort of balance things out. But that's as much as I want to say concerning that part. Anyways, we've also got like some new interesting features that the game brings with the new updates, which are stage fatalities, which I haven't seen that in a while. Have I? Stage fatalities are actually, they've been around for a while and they are cool, but originally they didn't come with the game. Now we've got stage fatalities, and then we've got friendships. Now friendships kind of like have been something that the early stages of Mortal Kombat had, but then at some point they took that out. But now we have friendships back, and then we've also confirmed that there will be some new stage arenas, which perhaps is kind of like cool, because given with the new storyline, you know, we just kind of like get a new piece of it. And with all of that, I think pretty much I am still excited to see what Mortal Kombat has for us. And for those of you who, you know, maybe you don't have the first combat pack, or you are looking to pre-order, or you don't really know the pricing of what the Aftermath upgrade will be, so all of that is kind of like registered at, not all of it, Aftermath itself is registered at I think $39.99, which in Naira would be an estimate of, I think, 15.5. If you would be getting the first Kombat pack, that would kind of like be, I think, $10 extra, so that would be like $49.99, which if we should convert again would leave you at, I think, 17.5. And in case if you do not have a PS4, that's sad. But then nonetheless, if you do not have that, you could still head over and catch up with me anytime in the lounge. We kind of like we are stocked up on MK, so anytime you feel free, just come to the lounge and yeah, I will pick you up on any challenge you want. So with all of that being said, we are heading straight into game news, which of course I think I have something that's not exactly news, but you should hear this. And as always, guys, you know I would always like give you some any gist I find concerning gaming. So this is like game news part, which isn't exactly game news, because if you are just hearing this now, obviously it is no news, because one, you are late. Epic Store has decided to give out, or decided to make available, Grand Theft Auto 5 and Fortnite. It's free on their website for you to download. Now the only issue is, when stuff is free, the store gets crowded. Now the games are free, but if you can get the site to get loaded, then definitely you would get your own. You'd get a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 or Fortnite. And speaking of Fortnite, I think everybody's also expecting that to be one of the first games they also release for PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. So I kind of like, I'm not entirely shocked about that. Anyways, I hope they kind of like still let us play some of our games from PlayStation 4, which obviously that's the speculation. PlayStation 5 will still be able to play some PlayStation 4 games, which I hope they actually let us do, because I still want some of my PlayStation 4 games to work on my PlayStation 5. So with all of that being said, thank you all for coming and watching me talk all about whatever it is I said in this video, which I shouldn't have said. But nonetheless, thank you guys for sticking up to this episode. If you did like this episode, be sure to click the like button and subscribe so I can make more of these videos. So thank you guys. I will see you on the very next episode, and peace out.